Welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. We're going to do a nighttime reading because we had fun. We're going to do it all over again. Narcissistic bully offers every level of nastiness to you. Okay, now. Don't you force anything that we're about to go over. Don't you force it into your world. You only fit in what's relevant or whatever problem you're looking to solve. Well, you come in here and you get comfortable. But don't you force anything. Don't you make it fit. You keep the parts that do, and you let the rest of it go, and let that information go to the people who need it. This is a timeless reading. So that means it doesn't matter when you click on and view the entire video. It's a timeless reading. It covers past, present, or future. So, narcissistic bully offers every level of nastiness to you. And you say, so what? As an angel, you created an energetically fueled iron tower of protection to maintain a stable sense of self-preservation. You and your spirit guides were tipped off by the universe how this problem with a cold reptilian brain brute must be resolved now. So you can draw in a love of your life you passionately deserve. And then acknowledge lover for some of you, an unrequited lover. Some of you, you're just doing your self-care processes. And I feel, either way, you have a strong desire. But for some of you, you have a desire to meet in secret. Not like hanky-panky secret, just, this could be platonic friends. You can have a platonic relationship and it's just as romantic and fun as if, a romantic one. Just as passionate. For those here who want it, who want love, you don't have to force yourself. Now, let me get over here. Let me get through the cables. Oh, this was fun. And then she got stuck. How are you doing? This is exciting. We're going to do a nighttime reading. So, well, first things first. This was a love reading. You're protecting yourself, your spirit team. They're keeping you occupied over here while they're haunting the dickens out of your toxic, all of them, all the narcissists in the land. This is so cool. It's like they're all being rounded up in your town, USA, or all across this globe. And it's like they're being ferreted out, but they're doing it to themselves. Hi there. Right out of the chute for the meditation that I do just before I turn that camera on, your heart chakras open and spread out. Oh, expand my heart and yours. Expand your soul beyond Mother Earth and move through the colors of the universe. We're going to do a nighttime reading to fulfillment of light into infinity. And you hear whispers tickle an intuitive truth, and it informs your higher self the best way you can be living your life. Now then, I have to drop this to turn those fans off. It's still like really hot. It's really hot. We live in a desert. But that's enough about me. Now then. The top tier, this is your faction of bullies and gang stalkers and toxic people are in this line here. This, I'm trying to simplify it. This top tier is going to be the feminine. You got feminine polarities and masculine polarities. This is the wisdom and being receptive and not taking action part is the feminine, and this down here, that's the masculine, who does take action in order to have a union with a lovely union with the feminine, so that they're elevated in a sacred union. That tells me congratulations. Some of you woke up yesterday morning, you were just a masculine or feminine, whatever you identify with. But this morning during the meditation at 5 o'clock in the morning, a lot of you fit the criteria. You are divine masculine, you are divine feminine, you are an earth angel, you fit the criteria. Congratulations. You had some work to do, but you got it done. So let's just kick that orange across the room. I was juggling in here. Create an amazing opportunity to use love vibrations right now by sending forth delightful invitations to create the mood and to dictate the pace, because we're doing a nighttime reading. I'm doing simple Celtic cross, but this one is, it's not like we're abusing divination by looking at what your ridiculously toxic people are up to. You need that information in order to protect yourself. Now then, your angels and ancestors, I feel, they're tripping. They're trying to bring closure to, some of you are going to have obligations and responsibilities. Maybe you had children, or maybe this is part of your job and that's a corporation you work for. Some of you, this is family unity or disunity, or family and friends, maybe members of whatever organizations you belong to, spiritual or otherwise. Well, this is the coming together to have some of you in your inner world, in your own skin, to make yourself whole. Every chance you get to become more and more authentic and true to yourself. And now you've magnetized your whole life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You've activated an energy shift. And I'm picking up a vibration for all of us as human beings. We're mammals, just like all of the mammals in nature, being out in nature. We have a closeness with that nature vibration. So some of you like to go camping. Some of you have a garden or you do gardening. Some of you like to be outside in nature. But I see a special bond. This is two lovers, either married or not married, meeting in secret, but celebrating the love between you, like I said, even if it's platonic. Now you create an iron tower. This is protection. They're like, mark it, Kim, mark it. Get on your mark. You can do anything with duct tape. They're like, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and mark it. Welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. We're going to get started. This is a Vision Tarot deck. That's This one's Froud. That's for the meditation that I just did. But this is that vision. Yeah. Ethereal vision. That one. Brand new deck. We're playing with it. We already did the crow. The crow deck we already did. So it's the Vision Tarot, and this is a amount of information that we're going to get out of this. I just laid them out because gravity works. So, yeah. So they don't keep sliding. It's used with the Mirror Tarot technique. That means we're kind of tapping into your subconscious to whatever your subconscious or unconscious beliefs are, just for fun. Because that's how it works. Can't help. Not my rules. And this has to do with love, but I'm telling you, they've set up this tower of protection. You created an iron tower for protection on all levels. The camomescro, that is a gypsy word for a very amorous person. Again, this could be platonic, but I don't think so. I think it's romantic. Extremely romantic. But, you know, not like friends with benefits, because I think that's everyone to each their own. But you're able to get to the truth. Now then, some of you have a new person and you're learning, you know, all kinds of stuff about them. Good on you for getting back on that horse. Because you're like, no horse, no saddle, no nothing, no. Well, you show an artistic nature, so this is going to reflect in a love of nature, and that new person you got through the periphery. You know, the social grace part, that initial invitation to the dance. But the toxic of being intolerant for both of you, which that's the Emperor caught upside down. Not controlling their empire very well at all. And they're going to go down with their ship. They're kind of hell-bent on taking you down glub with them. Oh, this is a love that's fun, emotionally satisfying. It's stable. It lasts. Boldly, even playfully. Exotic. Oh, I spelled the word wrong. It needed an R instead of an X. Because we're on YouTube. You create a delicately inviting, kissable mouth. You turn your partner to like jelly. They just go all gooey on the inside. They're all stoic on the outside. Pretty easy on the eyes, but so are you. And that gets to why. This is the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. I can only show you up close. I can only show you that much of this card. But that was for the meditation. That's from Froud, F-R-O-U-D. Mr. Froud, who draws funny fairies. We'll get to that in a second. Hold on. Now, once Saturn goes direct in next February, a long drawn-out period of introspection and reflection can reach some closure for some of you. So for the endurance, you should consider using all of the thoughts bouncing around in your head for a while and either release that stuff and make room for your things that you truly are passionate about. Feeling good, good health, happy, joyous life. Positive results. I know I'm talking to the divine, my divine masculine, and miss my divine feminine, both of you. But sir, and you miss, you either, if you haven't met this person yet, miss, oh, I don't want to spoil the surprise for you, miss, but sir, no, I mean it. Like I said a minute ago, you were like, no, I'm never getting back on that horse again, Auntie. No, Kim. Well, you didn't find this channel by accident. So, my divine masculine, welcome. I'm happy to have you in here. Now, this is a nighttime reading, so see, we're all in our loungewear, or your pajamas, or a robe, or, sweatpants or something. Comfortable, right? We're using the Vision Tarot deck because it's a very reflective tool. 5, mirror, mirror. A reflective tool using the tarot to gain insight into the self. In the twilight now. This is a nighttime reading. It's not going to be for everyone, but you'll understand if this resonates for you, or oftentimes, because of the nature of my channel, you might know someone who's confused or doesn't understand what the hell's going on. They've watched too many YouTube videos about twin flames, and they've kind of burnt themselves out and are in a fog. So, you should only really watch. Your human brain can only take so much. Don't sit there and keep watching videos on twin flames over and over and over again. You're just going to wear yourself out. Just a little tip, but if you like to do that, I'm sure the YouTube people would love for you to do that. Thank you, YouTube. This is to help you tap into your own intuition now. I've told you that. Please use your discernment. Do not make life and death decisions because you saw something on TikTok or YouTube or something, right? You're not going to operate on theory alone anymore. This is dealing with, that's why that tower of protection had to go up. So that you can get done what you need to do. So you get settled in, you get cozy, you're safe here. You never felt so loved. 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot is like a real mirror that fine hones these energies to focus on. That's what we're doing. These are divination tools that help you gain insight into the past, present, and future passions. Or you're here and looking at the thumbnail, but the title drew you in. Because you've got a narcissistic bully that's offering every level of nastiness to you, doubling down. And I'd see that as it's relevant, and that perhaps you would like to find a path of least resistance on my channel in order for you to figure out what you're going to do. So everyone, we observe, we absorb as we look at this new deck. We're using the Celtic cross. That's why there's 10. We're using the mirror, mirror technique. Consider where you are going. Consider what you are journaling. What are you taking on, and on any level? Is it on just one level? Are you just doing this on your own, or are you pulling in your higher self? Retrograde is moving you from known into the uncomfortable unknown, getting you out of your comfort zone so that you continue to grow. And this is some new phase in your ongoing ascension process. Let's see. You confuse your enemies. That's what this is here with that Emperor reverse. Narcissist offers every level of nastiness to you. But you are spiritual sovereign. You're a sign of spiritual royalty. Really thought that they could separate you from, you're an earth angel, and thought that they could, a mere mortal human being, and they don't do life very well. But you'll have to tell you how to do your life. And you're not going to do those things they suggest, and they get really pissed off at you. Some of you, union between components of passion and focusing on that. Union between components of passion and focus. Well, my divine masculine. I suggest you start simply by maturely communicating. Tell her about her eyes. She'll look at you. Tell me about my eyes. Divine masculine, tell me about my eyes. That when you look into my eyes, tell me again, what do you see? Oh, you melt. And it's in a, I told you, heart space, ooey gooey, chocolatey, some more mess with graham crackers, yes. Some of you, because you're married or it's appropriate, make LUV, or you prove love of your life when you decide to act on your spontaneity and your own serendipity and your own skin, and you take risks, sir. Ooh, and you got back on that horse. And giddy up. You harness passionate urges to tame unruly forces contained within you. Reciprocate, sir. Thank you, Holy Spirit. When she gives you her love, reciprocate. You give her your love in return without fear. You know you want to. Deep insights into your spiritual path and how it relates to your physical, your emotional, especially your ethereal. And we're using the Ethereal Visions Tarot. What a coincidence. Coincidence? I think not. Love between divine masculine and divine feminine. Oh, is otherworldly. It's magical. Isn't it? Isn't it magical? This is a love vibration that's shared elegantly. Loving without fear on any level. No fear emotionally, no fear mentally, no fear in your heart space. Because you took your time. Keep claiming what is in alignment with your heart space. What did I just say? No emotional room at all to move forward together with this miss. He's not a match for you. He's not the one for you, my divine feminine. And you know this because emotionally, you have in alignment, you are attracting someone to you that can relate to you, miss. That man will do more than tell you about your eyes, miss. He's snake fascinated with you. And he's a real gentle, generous. And he's not afraid to get back on a horse either, because he went through the same. Only his was an empress reversed. Got it. Because missed you with an emotionally immature narcissist is just too childish. It's not for you. He's not for you, sweetie. And I know some of you, a portion of you, want to do all of this amicably, but you know sometimes life is messy. And yeah, he will be heartbroken, but that's not your burden to carry. You're either meant to be with someone or you're not. There's really no in-between. The in-between would be our statistic about separations and divorces, right? Your intuition serves you well. That's the first part. Okay. Now then. The feminine is the Six of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Moon. And the masculine is the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Hanged Man, which is going to be the outcome. That's 10. That's the Celtic cross. Now then. There's the High Priestess down here. Okay. High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. Something way better's waiting for you, miss, than that. Or you, sir. Yours has a Jezebel spirit attached to her. It's been there since she was wee, tiny, and small, because she's always been, well, thick as a brick. Ian Anderson, thick as a brick. Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull. High Priestess means that you stabilize your inner peace. Sir, you're in your North Node. Of course you are. You're an Earth angel. Miss, but so are you. This is uncomfortable. Everything cannot be tied up with a bow. You do what you can, but that person, it's not like you did this on purpose. You didn't break their heart. They broke their own heart. Eight of Cups means that you escaped from a bullying situation. Now, the Moon and the Nine of Pentacles, you revealed uncomfortable things to an adversary. Emperor reverse, miss. So, you stayed true. You stayed on target. You didn't got pulled down any circular conversations to drive you insane. Using your intentions, your priorities, and you listen to what they said. But your strong intuition is your power. The Eight of Swords and the Page of Wands, feeling trapped is fading. You are able to reason with this person. You face the toxic relationships head on, you two. You reclaim your power in every level. My divine masculine, my divine feminine. This makes you jump for joy. That's the Six of Cups. You take time and you make time to bring more sweetness into your own skin. And you are shown a kindness. The Two of Pentacles, well, you make it look easy. You're not overwhelmed. They're going to be twitchy. Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man. What did I just say? Grand spark of creativity in repelling a narcissistic bully. And you've got your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors are guiding you. Now then. Self-loathing, and you are protected. My angel, you are protected. need to make a choice romantically or otherwise. Do you stay or do you go? Oh, excuse me. I have something in my eye. Here we go. This is the Emperor reversed. As always, has to be right. And he's, and he's not right ever. Not this person's never right, unfortunately. And you're tired of going around and around with it. Now then, what do we do with him? Oh, here we go. We're going to clarify the Emperor reversed. Okay, let's see if I can do this. You didn't get justice in the past, but you're going to get justice now. Being able to see things, that owl, to be able to twist your head around and see things from a point of view that most people miss. Especially your toxic person. You are able to see in the dark and through the darkness that you're not going to make yourself small anymore. You are not weak for setting boundaries with this person. You maintain those boundaries or they will think you're weak. But that's how it works. That's the past. And this is the Four of Swords. Oh, this is them. Some people don't have to do spell work, but they did. Paid people an awful lot of money think that if they pay someone else to try to do something dastardly to you, that they're not going to get karma. Well, they are. It's called by association. It doesn't work that way. That doesn't work that way, fella. The sun. Let's see. I'm going to have to do it this way. Because we're on YouTube here. That's the sun. Do you see the sun? Covered up by the Four of Swords reverse. Because we're on YouTube. This is you shining, and you are saying that I'm setting boundaries with you because you need the structure. We still have responsibilities and obligations like Miss. I know you have a child. Or more than one child. And you're going on your own and stepping forward to go live the love of your own life. And he's not happy about it. And he's being exposed for, and you pointed out to him and you were kind about it, that how can you, you really don't like yourself. You won't help yourself. You don't take care of yourself. So no wonder the law of attraction does not kick in for your toxic person or people in this case. Some of you, this is family. What's the next one? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Said one for love. See if we can do it here. Wheel of Fortune reversed. They have nothing. My Divine Masculine, she has nothing to offer you but more of the same. And you're realizing this. You'd rather be alone than be putting up with this, sir. Your own kids, if you have them, are telling you, leave her, Dad. Save yourself. We love you. She's evil, Dad. Well, they're old enough now that she ruined their childhood, stepped on their little heads from kindergarten all the way up to high school. It got worse once they were able to go to college or trade school or to start out in life. She cut them off at the knees at every chance she got. She has nothing. She's stuck. That wheel's not turning. And so she's doubling down, trying to hook you back in. That's not fair. Now then. This is what has gone on the last 4 or 5 days behind you in the past. There's the Six of Cups. Could even be six days behind you, or 11 days behind you in that purdy. Your life has been but a dream. This is being able to attract to you what it is you need in your life to have the love of your life. Just loving the life while you're living it, your life. And for some of you, the love of your life is a person. A real one that's not your emperor that's reversed. There's no gender in tarot, so you flip-floppy things around as you need to help it fit, to help you fit the narrative now. That's the 6 of them. Is which one? Okay, hold on. Okay. Clarify. 6 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Ooh, somebody is telling you, miss, somebody's watching you, but not in a creepy way. And my divine masculine, somebody's got their beat on you. Somebody's got their eye on you, sir. Gee, it's a good thing you're willing to get back on that horse and giddy up. You don't want some little filly out there being disappointed, do you? Good on you, well done. This is Knight of Swords, being able to take swift action, mature communication, not twitchy. It was like this would be a drunk knight on a horse with a sharp implement, just poking at things and creating chaos. No, this is the opposite of that, see? It's not like your reversed emperor who's stubborn and has to be right. This person's flexible in their communication. They like to communicate on all levels and be effective, especially body language, eye contact. Kind of a smoozer, but not creepy. We have like down, they'd be an opportunist. This is right side up. Okay. This is what crosses the 6 of Cups for good or bad. Yeah, she's covered. This is the 2 of Pentacles. I can show it to you. Look, isn't it pretty? Now then, this card is a flow between male and female polarities. And there's nothing sweeter than this is a pixie. There's nothing sweeter than a pixie's kisses. That's sweeter than Hershey Kisses with marshmallows and graham crackers and making s'mores. This is being in love, even if it's in your own skin, taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself, sir. Whew. Clarify. What crosses it for good or bad is change. The only thing permanent in life is change. And you're receptive to it. You don't want to be with a little woman, sir, that's got a Jezebel spirit. Living rent-free in her head and telling her to do the wackadoest things to you. Well, this is what changed, was you setting up that tower of stone, of iron. Of iron. It's a energetically fueled iron tower of protection to maintain a stable sense of self-preservation. And she's working really hard to tempt you and seduce you, sir. Your Jezebel spirited wife, or I think she's your ex. Leave me a comment. We know, miss, that yours, father of your child, has got a Jezebel spirit in him too. He's like a light woman. He's an opportunist, a skirt chaser, Knight of Pentacles. This new one, miss, is not like your Emperor reversed. This is taking action to give you a real, true, altruistic, pure, concrete offer of love. That's a real deal. And my divine masculine, this is you healing to the point, yourself completely to the point. You not only get back on that horse, you're wearing a suit of armor. You've got, you're suited up for a commitment. This could be professionally, this could be family unity, but I think it's romance. It could also be a platonic relationship. It's really intense and wonderful and delightful, and from start to the very end and everything in between, just mighty fine. Okay. The basis of the situation. Eight of Swords not being miss. Your savage brute of an emperor that's reversed cannot live rent-free in your head anymore. And boy, is he pissed. It took him a long time to train you to let him live rent-free in your head. And you evicted him. You, sir, with your Jezebel spirited ex, whatever she is to you, this is you being able to set yourself free. You don't fall for that temptation now. Don't you do it. Clarify that. Eight of Swords. For my divine masculine. What is it? Page of Swords reversed. She can't get the children and their friends to spy on you. And bribe them to just spill the beans on what you are or aren't doing. Especially, sir, if you be getting back on horses and giddy up as you dating. She's real interested in that. So she doubling down on seducing you. I can see where, don't you, your spirit God, your spirit team, they're tripping, sir. That's why you needed to create an energetically fueled iron tower of protection to maintain a stable sense of self-preservation, because she thinks that she's going to get another notch in her lipstick case with your name on it, or bedpost. You haven't been together for a while. She got slim pickings out there. She's comfortable, with you. And I don't think she thinks you should just be along for the ride. Okay. Over the next 2 weeks, ahead of collective, Page of Wands. Woo! Yeah, this is her trying really hard to seduce you, sir. And miss, This is your new person trying really hard to seduce you, miss, and it's really going to, your reversed emperor is going to lose his grip, metaphorically. He's going to be very, very, very upset. But you don't care. You miss said, so what? I too have created an energetically fueled ion tower for my protection. I'm a woman to maintain a stable sense of self-preservation because I'm not going back to my reverse emperor. Because you realize your worth and your value, and you're not going back to, why would you go back to that? Why would you? He's waited just enough time to make maybe enough time went by you forgot about all the horrible, wretched things that he did to you, and you did not forget. You forgave him, and you surrendered it, and you gave it over to a higher power, and you've been watching him get karma to a certain degree. His karma is to watch you probably marry that new man who's tempting you because he's a real man, miss, and he's going to treat you right and give you the love that you deserve. And that is what your Jezebel spirited ex, my divine masculine, is trying to deprive you of. If she can't have you, she's not going to let anyone else have you. And if she gets bitter enough, she will try and take your children away. Even though they're full grown, don't you think they're in their 30s or 40s that's going to stop that banshee of a she-devil you'll marry to the temptress of Waikiki? Oh, my divine masculine, look what you have. Temperance in alignment in Sagittarius. Look what you have in alignment, sir. First, in your own skin, you balance out the emperor and empress contained within you in your own skin. And you grow forward in that union, a sacred union in your own skin, and you start attracting to you. And your Jezebel spirited ex is going to be so upset because you are rejecting and abandoning her. Funny. She rejected and abandoned you and then cheated a good, let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You were together for like 25 years. Like every 5 years, she would run off with someone. The next 2 weeks, you got these scoundrels going to try and tempt you and seduce you. Don't you fall for it. What crowns you? The moon. Use your intuition. It serves you well if you will listen to it. I know it can get pretty steamy and hot and heavy and racy, and it'll be okay just this one time. No. 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 Ruin your life for 5 minutes of pleasure. Well, longer than that, but you know what I mean. Definitely in the future. My divine masculine, you attract to you a pre-empress. She's an empress, but she's going to show the world, show you this version of herself. But she is an empress, and miss, this is how this new man sees you. Look, he thinks you're awesome, you're wonderful, you're a delight. You're so practically perfect, See, you're exactly like he is. He's practically perfect. You're practically perfect, so you got something going on there. Sir, this is what your Jezebel wishes she was. She's not. She is not pre-empress. She's a toddler. Stuffed in a full-grown woman's body with a chassis, a 10, and the mind of a child that wants you, sir. You be careful. Definitely in the future, that means she's going to try really hard. This is what the people around you think of this situation. Now, sir, my divine masculine, they want you to go with this third, my divine masculine. It's an earth angel like you are, sir. It's another earth angel. She's just like you. You're attracting her to you. From the 5D now, if you haven't already met her now. You're going to meet her for sure. The high priestess is you, miss, my divine feminine. You are so wise, and you're the ideal, practically perfect person for each other. It's perfect. And you know this. This is you, the stuff itself, the matriarch of your connection. Mama stuff itself. The goddess in charge. Your power is large. The large goddess in charge. People around you are supporting you, your family, your loved ones who really love you. Heart's desire. No hopes and fears. Thank you, Holy Spirit. In the place of hope and fear. Okay. Divine masculine, let's see. You don't have any fear. Miss, let's look here. Do you have any fear? Nope. Your hopes are to have your cups filled to overflowing, that you will find the love that you deserve. If this is a work project, your passions in life, your hobbies, what it is you love to do, your passions are, come into being. Now, heart's desire. Oh, yes. Oh, that's the Ace of Wands. Take your time and savor it. But you're going to get some action, you too, my divine feminine. My divine, with people that are appropriate and nice and wonderful, and what a great experience. To be shown a kindness on all levels, but especially to be granted the reward of a tender lover who has enough love and self-respect that they attracted you in, and vice versa. Or, what now? Page of Cups. Well, that's not. A message of a bright new beginning, that, you know, the divine didn't get you out of this mess, get you with these new people so that you could do it all over again. And oh no, it's another toxic bully. Oh no, I've done it again. No, they're not going to do that. So this is you understanding that, and you can trust getting back on that horse, risking, keeping your heart chakra open, and you passed the test, you two. You passed. With flying colors. What's the outcome? Hanged Man. Everything fitting into place, nothing being forced. And this is also, to tie this up nicely, and closure is your spirit teams tying that reverse emperor or empress. You all switch it around now for the person you're dealing with. No gender in tarot. everything fitting into place in love, but everything fitting into place in order to take care of this matter with situations with all these toxic people. At work, there are bullies that gang up on some of you. Some of you are fine. It's you, your children, at school being ganged up on by real bullies. And that you having to teach your children because you're learning that the schools are not going to do anything about it. That you have to take measures to neutralize the situation, no matter what it takes to do that, to make it better. So, well, heavens to Betsy. What are you saying? Hold on. For this part, you are protected now. I need a stick. I need a stick. Oh, okay. What's the book? It's Proverbs. I think this is Proverbs. Well, we're going to find out. Oh, right there. Chapter 29. He that bring often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without a remedy. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, that's that emperor reversed, the people mourn. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now then, that's because your toxic people have black and white thinking. They turn duality that is positive, like, let's say, mature communications, that's transform that into a polarity which is negative. They change that into being where you're not being communicated with maturely, you're being teased mercilessly. And they won't let up on it. And it's annoying and frustrating, and like if it's at work, you're not being paid. Are you being paid extra for that aggravation? I don't think so. This, I feel, is a tool to help you get clarity. Know that they are just bullies or black and white thinkers. They're pretty ignorant. Now, twin flames labor under the delusion that they're separate when they're not. They can't, that chaser runner stuff, vibration I keep warning you about. It's on more than one level. It's not just physical and all light bodies here. There's some kind of a real physical connection. If you can have a twin flame energy without being a literal twin flame. False twin flame vibe is what I was getting, though. They can never be separate, technically, twin flames. If you go through your whole life and one's at one end of the globe, the other one, and they never meet, they're still twin flames. That energy doesn't evaporate or dissipate, it's still there. And so they can tap into it individually. Borrow power from their twin, even though you don't ever meet in this lifetime. You decided to wait until you we're all done here, then we'll meet up. Technically, they torture themselves individually in their own heads sometimes, or both do this masochistic tango. Like I said, that chaser runner, black and white polarity and duality. There is no separation. You learn to neutralize the blame twisting and the gaslighting. This bully has black and white thinking, and they must pull you into that gray confusion area and cause imbalances for you every day. You mentally decide in a split second that there is no separation between us. Because the more that they have to create differences to discredit you, to devalue you, to discard you, you neutralize it. You decide in your mindset, in your thoughts, we're not separate. We're not separate. There is no difference between our energies. We're both human beings, even though one's being a bully. And it started to change what happened in the outside. The dynamic, they weren't in control anymore, you were. There's no separation between us, between good and evil. You're good, they're evil. There's no resistance then, it evaporates. Then they can't drain you of your love and your emotions. Your emperor that's reversed. Or your Jezebel ex, sir. Heartbroken divine masculine landed in your north node. These are the last two videos that are tied to this video that we're doing right now. So you go check out those two. They're timeless readings, no matter when you click on and view the entire video. Along with You Did It, Your Way and Your Narcissist's Darkest Secrets are revealed. That's the one title. Heartbroken Divine Masculine, landed in North Node. These are two videos that are tied to this one that we're doing right now. So let's see how there's no division. Up there in the land of reality, it's a way for a bully to egg you on. And now that you see it, what they're doing, you're not going to let them, they're not going to fool you. Good conquers evil. Good intentions conquers evil intentions just by you changing your mindset. In order to, it confuses them, they confuse you all the time. Long enough for you to go on your way, leave the room, go do what you need to do, whatever. Eventually, you never offer to sacrifice yourself, not your self-respect. You carry this vibe of resistance to a bully. You keep doing that, they're going to keep coming. So I ask you to learn to take all resistance away. You use common sense. You know when to stand on your boundaries and set boundaries. You know when to stand your ground with sure footing. You know when to fold. You know when to hold your cards. You know when to walk away. You use your discernment. And I feel that you learned the art of manifestation before you were pretty good at it. Well, now you're pushing even harder. You've expanded it to push your true self. To ingratiate itself, you with your higher self, and the beauty that you exude from every pore of your body. Your higher self taught you to tame your spirit and to silence your ego, and so you stopped emotionally giving them what it was they wanted. You didn't even realize it. Your physical reality is you're not going to be poked at like a bear at the zoo. And yesterday's title was Angel, Your Intuition Serves You Well, when your distorted karmic is attracting sheer madness. Well, your intuition serves you well because you trust and listen to it. Then you took action on it to save yourself and your self-respect. You used your integrity and you create magic all within yourself, and it starts happening. Love of your life starts becoming quite magical. You are strategic in protecting and loving yourself on all levels. No more self-sacrifice. This bully is twisted. This energy, this person is relentless and wanted to poke at you, and you refused to take a back seat. You didn't settle. You refused to settle and make yourself small just to keep the peace for these people and make them comfortable. They don't care if you're comfortable. The bully must force you to take on all of this inappropriate business they keep shoving off on you. Push you through the looking glass. Emotional roller coaster rides, not going quietly. You voiced your truth loudly and proudly. You went from being their victim to victory, and that's your battle cry. Well, let me get over here and see now. Oh. Well, that's pretty good for me. Now, collective, I do love that you come here to this space and you spend time with me. You surely make my day complete, I know that. So I will be here for you because you're here for me. And I thank you so much for sharing your valuable time with me, for doing our nightly reading, for doing a nighttime reading. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And I hope that gave you food for thought. You know your worth. You're not going to let anything stand in the way of you claiming the love of your life, even if that's just in your own skin and taking care of yourself. Or you attract to you the love that you deserve. All the things that you need to create now. There's no reason for you in the future. You embrace this, your higher self, because that's the version of yourself that lacks for nothing in the future. And you are in alignment with that timeline, and that does not hold a place for these toxic people. You deserve better than that. You know your worth. I'm so proud of you for taking such good care of yourself. Well, you go out there and you have a really great day. Namaste.